Okay. All right, so now we have the piece all cleaned up with the lacquer thinner, all the asphalt residues off. And now the question is, we want to planish this out. In the process of making a fender like this, you don't want to do it all in one go. You want to do it in stages. In a fender, typically I would do it in 3 stages. You might be able to get it in 2, but 3 would be a better method. So the typical is what everybody would try to do is wheel it this way. And if you wheel it this way, of course you can't get on the sides. And you're going to have to use a real high crown wheel in order to wheel it that way, unless you take it out of arrangement. So this is sort of like the big trick in shaping sheet metal, is being able to change your arrangement. Just like a piece of paper can be changed in arrangement in a million different ways, metal can be too. Arrangement is nothing more than bending, so what we're going to do is put this into the curl arrangement, and we got a little bug there. We're going to squash him down. We can squash this down. Always try to use a blanket or some soft surface on your bench so you don't scratch up your aluminum all bad. So knock those edges down a little more. Bring that around. And you can do half of it at a time. You don't have to get the whole thing in the curl arrangement. So here we got, say, the front half, and the back half is still semi-curled. So now when we do that, you see this had a radius of this value. Now you have a very almost flat radius, a low crown radius right here. So we can use a wheel that doesn't have a lot of crown to it. Now the advantage is if you use a high crown wheel, your contact area is going to be very, very narrow, and it's going to make a lot of wheel marks. So what we're doing now is we're just going to knock all these lumps out and smooth this up. Now the Harbor Freight wheel is really not a real stiff wheel. You can add stiffness to it by strengthening up the backbone. It'll make it a little bit better. I intend to possibly offer another stiffening kit later on. But you can get good results out of it just the way it is here. So we're knocking these walnuts down. We're going to just do half, 1/2 of the fender. And now we're going to induce the curl a little bit by pulling down when I pull out of the wheels. That flattens it out. Now let me put a lower crown wheel in here. I can easily pop this up, change the wheel out. This one's got a pretty low crown. With the kit now, it's really easy to operate the adjuster, and you can set your contact area with these adjusters here on the bottom so that your contact area is right in the center of the anvil. Alright, now I'm running right dead in the center. Turn these little 1/4 bolts on the bottom, and it will adjust the yoke's attitude relative to the top wheel. So now we got a flatter wheel in there. We'll get a little bit wider contact area, we'll get a nice finish. Now we don't want to wheel too much on the sides, just enough to knock those shrunk areas down. When we wheel in the center, will actually help make the fender. That'll stretch out the center a little bit, so that's advantageous. But on the edges, only a little bit. So wheel this up a little. Now, this is a real good example. Again, I got it in this curl arrangement, and if you see, this is going to come around, and formally the adjuster would be there, so that'd be fouling on that adjuster every time it came around. I'm going to work this fender in a really flat way in the curl. And you can see now the panel, after a few minutes of wheeling, is starting to get the shine of the top wheel printed on it. So it'll shine right up. Looks like it's buffed. But it's actually just an impression of the top wheel. And I did a YouTube video, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, I think, showing how to polish your anvils and your top wheel. Real simple method. It's on my YouTube channel. Just look under ProShaper, you'll find it. I got a bunch of other videos there too. I'm going to start doing maybe a video a week or so. Different items of interest in coach building. So you can see that was just a couple minutes. Now, let's see what we got. It doesn't look like a motorcycle fender. It's still rough on this side. We haven't done it. We haven't smoothed it out. This side is close. So now we're going to set the arrangement back the way it wants to be. As you set the arrangement, you can see we got a good arc started here, but this is only stage one in making this fender. Like I said, you do it in stages, otherwise you're asking the metal to do too much. So now we put this back in the shrinking facilitator, shrink another round on the edges. They'll pop up in spots that were already not that were not shrunk yet, in between the spots that were shrunk. If you look close, you can see this little residue of the shrink still there. That'll all come out eventually. That's thickened, the metal's thickened there. We're going to be stretching this metal and thinning this metal here, and after about 3 applications of this process, which will take an hour or so, is one we did earlier. Same system, same shrinking facilitator, and that's got the right finished diameter. This one isn't totally finished. It needs a little planishing on the edge, but you can see it's a really nice job. Shined up nice, and anybody can do this. It just takes a little effort to do it. So that's all we're going to do tonight. Thank you. You can find all this, the tools that I used at my website, ProShaper.com. It's Wray Schelin. Thank you.